Welcome to the armory today. Today this is the fourth rifle to build for testing. So this is the legendary 1903 Springfield. Now let's unscrew this barrel. I'll go over a couple of things. So this is a U.S. Remington-made 03A3, very high serial number. If I remember correctly, I looked it up at one point in time. I want to say this was late 1930s manufacturing, but whatever. So, this is a stripped action. I bought this from Sarco, probably, let's just say 10 years ago. They had a bunch of these for sale, and they were fire sailing these at one point. And like most of my stuff, I look for good deals, and this was a fantastic deal. I think I got the stripped bolt and receiver for under $100. But this is going to be built out to test the 30-06. So this is a great platform, heavily influenced by the Mausers, as I'm sure most of you know. They actually worked with Mauser to avoid any lawsuits on patent infringement, and instead just go ahead and pay the company for patent infringements on the front end, which I thought was an interesting story when I heard it. But this is a really good rifle design. Obviously, they were used pre-World War I. They were used through World War I, and then I believe they were obviously used as snipers in World War II, but I believe they were also used by rearward troops, supply troops and whatnot. But I may be mistaken on that. But they were used as a dedicated sniper role in World War II. Now, something kind of interesting about these is the thread. And I don't know if we can actually get a really good picture of it, but the threads are flat. There is no peak to the thread, and that is kind of unique to the 1903, and it may be unique to other guns as well, but I am not sure of that. And the reason I say that is I found a good replacement barrel with the same flat threads on it, but it does not have the right taper on the end of the chamber. So this barrel may actually be for a different action, but it does actually still thread into, so it may just be unfinished. I don't know, but this is a real nice replacement 30-06 barrel, more modern barrel for something along these lines. So obviously I think this rifle will probably be the last one in the testing, just simply because I have a completely stripped receiver, no trigger, completely stripped bolt, no parts at all, no magazine, no stocks, no nothing. I actually have I've only ever owned one other 03 Springfield. It was Bubba Rescue from a pawn shop, and as soon as I bought it, a friend of mine wanted it more than I did, and so I went ahead and passed it on to him. And then a couple of years ago, I actually found a really, really super nice sporter built 03 Springfield, because my dad wanted another 30-06 in his collection. He hasn't had one in his collection since the 1960s. So I actually found a nice sporterized, really, really beautiful 03 build and gave it to him for his birthday. But really, this is the first one I've bought and held onto for myself. So I guess all good things come to those who wait. We're going to go ahead and try to figure out what parts we need for this. I'm absolutely sure we can find all the parts, but 03 parts, like everything else, have gotten really, really expensive. So I'm going to look for the parts I need. I might try to find one of those rifles that are cut up for their parts, sold on Gunbroker or everygunpart.com, stuff like that. Just to get as many of the small parts as I can at once seems to be the best options for not breaking the bank entirely. So, on an original 03 Springfield barrel, the back of the chamber has actually got this really big taper to it. So this is something that either this barrel is just not finished yet, or it may be for a different receiver. I just don't know. We'll have to figure it out. The threads do thread in nice and smooth, nice and tight. So even if it's for a different action, we might be able to still save it and modify it as needed for the action itself. So we're going to work with that, and like I said, this one will probably be the last one in the testing. Right now, I think I've got almost everything needed to finish the Mosin build, so the 7.62 by 54R ammo and stock tests will probably be first. As it sits right now, Mauser will probably be second, because likewise I've got pretty much everything I need, except for time and money, obviously, to get through the Mauser build. And I seem to have a whole lot more parts for the 303 British than I do for the Springfield. So I'm guessing 303 British will be number 3, and then 30-06 in the 03 Springfield will be the 4th rifle to test. So let's just get to work. I've got other things going on today, but I wanted to showcase the first beginning of the parts for this build, and then we'll get straight to it. All right, let's get the stuff out that we need to work on today, and I'll catch you on the next video. See you later.